everybody, TRAINMYDOGBERNEY here, and today we have Buddy. Buddy's with me for the next 3 weeks for some training as far as his confidence goes, his obedience, and some of his leash walking. So today I figured it would be a great day to teach you guys how I build the 4 highlighting cues in dog training and how we can use those 4 highlighting cues to build other behaviors. These highlighting cues, I like to teach the touch game. So how we're going to start off with the touch game is you're going to get food in both hands. If you're right-handed or left-handed, it's all up to you which hand is going to lead the food. So what I mean by that is I'm right-handed. Take the food over to the dog, and he's going to start sniffing it. And I'm going to start leading him around. So that's kind of the goal here. And the second I stop at the target and he hits my hand with a committed wet nose, I'm going to pay him with the opposite hand. Don't worry about catching up to how fast or slow your dog is, just go at your pace. I usually recommend a calm pace and picking your targets in different spots, but always pay with the opposite hand. The reason why I want to pay with the opposite hand is just so the dog gets the picture that they have to hit this hand in order to get something. This will help you later on when you're starting to move on to more practical. So back to the point of getting those highlighting cues. When you're showing your dog that picture of your hand down and you want them to hit your hand, once they do, yes, good boy, and I pay. Good boy, again, is a way to gas your dog up, to let him know that you got to keep doing what you're doing. Good things are coming out of this. So you can praise good boy, right? That's not a problem to repeat that cue over and over again. Honestly, it's one of the easiest cues and one of the most beneficial cues in your arsenal to use when it comes to your dog. So like even if he's following me, good boy, he's a good boy. That helps build more confidence than you just kind of shutting your dog down with a no. Like, oh, they were making the effort, they were almost there, and no. Okay, now there's a pause to the behavior that was getting better, right? So always praise your dog, especially when they're learning new things. Don't just jump to corrections right away. So like I said before, we want to make sure we get that yes, good boy. So once he hits my hand, yes, good boy, good job, good boy. He's a good boy, yes, good boy. And again, your yes should have that inflection like, whoa, you did it, right? Not boring, be yourself. I'm not asking you tough guys to just have like a more higher baby voice. Just put the energy into the dog that, hey, I like what you're doing, let's keep working on this. All right, so then the next thing we want to make sure we're doing, we got yes, we got good. Okay, okay is the release word. Okay means your dog's done, he's off the clock. So for example, if I get Buddy to start following me, I ask him for touch. Yes, good boy, good job. I can pay him, good boy, good job. And when I'm done, okay. It's good to have that release after every behavior is asked, right? So the dog's perform the behavior, you're done with that, we're ready to keep going on our walk, or I'm ready to let you play at the park, okay. And again, like I mentioned before, inflection is very important. Pick the inflection you want for your environment. If you're at the park, probably a high, more excited one. If you're at home, more tamed, more mellow. Again, you don't want your dog being like a cannonball every time you release them. So again, play it safe with how you give your dogs those directions. So again, I'm gonna go to Buddy. We're getting back to those cues. Yes, good boy, good touch, good job, good boy. So now that he's got the picture down, and it's pretty obvious that when I put my hand down, he's gonna go for it, I can start adding the cue that I want. So for me, it's touch. I bring my hand down, Buddy, touch. Yes, good boy, good job. And as you saw, if there's any hesitation, you're more okay to go ahead and put a good boy in there, a good job. Maybe take a step back to give some encouragement. Don't just resort to no. So if I call him again, Buddy, touch. Yes, good boy, good touch. Do your best to not feed your hand to the dog. Always keep it away from them. Touch. Yes, good boy. You will know what a committed wet nose looks like when they make the contact. Good boy, good job. Cut. So that's pretty much a summary of how to get your dog pretty solid on those highlighting cues. Again, using the touch game to really warm yourself up. The best time to do these at will be a meal time. Choose breakfast or dinner. Don't stress yourself out. Pick a time that's easy for you. 15 minutes tops, keep it short, sweet, and fun, and build a high emotion on it. So I always recommend either using a high value treat. You can use chicken breast. If you guys want to go old school and use hot dogs, feel free to use hot dogs. But you want to create a high emotion behind the behavior. Don't just settle on what you have, settle on what the behavior does for both of you guys. All right, so that's really important when it comes to working with your dog and building that better communication. So now that we're kind of on that, like building better communication, we got his engagement, he's doing the touch, he's working that cue pretty well. If I bring my hand down and I say touch, he'll go straight to it. Yeah, good boy. Maybe not the fastest because he's a little bit of a lazy bulldog. He's not a drivey Malinois. Pretty much. So what we want to do now is create a better engagement. And with that, I like to do eye contact or focus or look at me, as some folks like to call it. This is not alpha rolling. My philosophy doesn't involve any of the alpha rolling that some folks like to use. Like eye contact is to, you know, I'm a master dog or what have you. No, we want the dog just to check in. Simplest way I like to put it to my clients is your dog's please and thank you, right? Your dog wants to ask for something, he has to make eye contact. Your dog got the approval, they got to double check with you, right? Whatever it is that you're going for, eye contact does help give your dog a little bit more reliability when it comes to their behaviors. So the way I like to do that is by going back to the way we brought in touch, putting it towards his nose to get his attention, bringing it away from me. And now what I want to do is, instead of holding it out in oblivion, right? Like I don't want to hold it out here because he's just going to look there. I want to bring it up towards my eye, right? So I'll bring it over a little closer. And I want to bring it up towards my eye, right to left, left to right, however you like to do it. But make sure that you're connecting, and you'll know when he's looking dead at you versus looking at your hand. Good boy. Good boy. This is a good boy. Yes, good boy. And this is a better example of how the cues, the highlighting cues, are going to come into play. So I'm telling him to keep doing what he's doing by giving him the good boy. And when I announce that his prize is coming, yes, good boy. And notice that I like to give a little pop with my body language. Gives a little bit more of an excitement to the dog. So again, hand down his nose, bring it up to your eye. He's a good boy. Good job. What's a good boy? Now, if they jump, they do anything crazy, don't react. Just turn off, turn around. If at any time your dog jumps on you, you start hoo-ha, no, you're a tickle me Elmo at that point. If I were a dog, it'd be a lot of interest to me to keep wanting to poke you to see what else you do, right? Maybe you'll drop treats the next time I do it. So again, hand down to the nose, bring it up to your eye. Good boy, good focus, yeah boy. Okay, good boy. Again, he's here because of his confidence. He is a little nervous, so any excitement, high jumps, it's gonna startle him. But he's not getting beat over here. So again, good focus, and a good boy. Okay. Good job, a little bit more tame. Good job, good boy. And the way I'm holding the food goes in my palm, and I stick my index finger out. Now you have your hand signal, and you also don't have kibble up in your friggin' eyes, right? Like, this is easy to do rather than this. No freebies when you're training. There it is. What I like to also remind my people is don't just hold the food out like here and say focus, because that's where your dog's gonna go looking every single time. Bring it down to his nose and bring it all the way up. If you don't want it up to your eyes, you can bring it to your temple. That's okay, just make sure there's contact. You can always reset the focus by bringing it down to his nose, bringing it back up. I'm short, so you might feel inclined to want to crouch down. No, stand tall. This is the picture you want your dog to see. When you're giving commands, you don't want to be crouching down to your dog's face. Notice that when I ask for eye contact, I'm not up in his grill. Good focus, what a good boy. Yeah, focus, good boy. Good boy, good focus. And it's better to repeat the cues like this because I am reinforcing it. I am not commanding it. I'm letting him know what you're doing, that's a focus. Holy shit, that's a focus. Good boy, keep doing the focus. Way better than you saying it 6 or 7 times over and over again, because then at some point the dog's gonna have to pick up that's how many times you say it before the behavior is complete, right? And that's not what we want. Good focus. What a good boy. Good focus. Good boy. Good focus. Okay. Good job. And I like to do that okay for him. He's dropping the weight. The release is there. He can breathe a little bit and come get his prize. It's the ultimate reward. But let's say if I wanted to keep him in there, we can go focus. Good focus. Good boy. Good boy. Good focus. Good boy. Good boy, good focus, good boy. Good focus, good boy. Okay, see? Huge difference. Good job, good boy, good job. And it helps build your dog's impulse control so well to the point where they're waiting on the release. They're not just focused on, I'm gonna count 3 Mississippis and then I'm done, right? They are waiting on your next move, they're waiting on your next cue, and that relationship gets a lot stronger, building reliability for when you wanna have fun with your dog. I wanna take them hiking off leash, I wanna be at the park off leash, I wanna take them in my neighborhood, you know, hang out with them. I have a dog that can really follow along, and I'm not gonna have any mishaps because I know that, right? And this is a great way to build that reliability. Again, great for beginners, great for dogs that are seasoned. You know, if you want a little tune-up, if your dog's great, but it doesn't really focus that well on me. These are great games to kind of help, again, with tackling those humps. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, leave a comment down below. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, shoot the notification bell up above, and then hopefully we'll have more videos like this next time so you guys can, like I said, let me know what you want to see and I'm happy to answer it. Thanks again, y'all.